Hello everyone, happy Monday. How are you? Owen Jennings here, spiritual guide, coming in with your channeled energies of the week so that you can navigate the week a little bit more easily, so that you can understand why certain things may or may not happen in your week, and maybe you can even use the energies to your advantage. So these are the energies coming up from today till Sunday the 5th of February. So coming out of January and into February. On the 1st of February we have Imbolc in the Northern Hemisphere, which is the halfway point between the spring equinox and the winter equinox. It's a lovely feeling of kind of planting your seeds. It's related to St. Bridget, so it's a beautiful energy. And then we have on Sunday we have a full moon. Now the full moon is going to be pretty powerful, as they always are. It's in Leo, so Leo's kind of a fiery energy. But this is interesting because I feel like the energies that are coming in leading up to that are all about our ego, actually. And how are we letting that get in the way of our progress? There's also, our intuition is becoming stronger. But to allow it to fully develop, we need to move our ego more out of the way. And the energy of this full moon is that we may have unexpected lessons or unexpected shocks and surprises. Why is that? Is that because we're not fully aligned with who we are at a soul level, maybe? Anyway, let's bring in my guides and they can explain it to you. All right. Hello everyone, it's a pleasure to be with you this week again. We wish you a wonderful week. So really, as always explaining, you have Imbolc in the Northern Hemisphere and Lammas in the Southern Hemisphere. It's a halfway point. It is a slightly lightening of the energies. It's starting this new 18-year or 20-year period. For what it is you wish to create in the world, focusing on yourselves, because it's really important that you focus on yourself, because if you are not fully who you're meant to be or fully healed, then you will never really be, or not, you won't have the biggest impact you could possibly have on the world. And if everybody took time to heal themselves, then the world would be healed as well, right? So this week is very interesting. It's kind of like a tale of two halves, but maybe they're joining together as well. So the beginning of the week and probably, coming up to Wednesday, it's like real feeling of connecting with your intuition. You may notice your dreams are becoming more vivid again. There's a lot of psychic intuitive energy flowing around, so really pay attention to what these messages are giving you, what they're trying to tell you. All right, this is a lot to do with the influence of the full moon. You'll already be feeling some of that energy, even though it isn't till Sunday. This full moon is bringing in possible surprises, maybe even some shocks for some of you. Now, we're not saying they're going to be horrible shocks. It's probably something you already know needs dealing with. The moon, especially when it's full, sheds light on what's not quite right, doesn't it? So think of it like that. So your intuition is really trying to come in strongly here, and 2023 is all about being more in alignment with your soul, more in alignment with your intuition. So therefore, anything that's standing in its way is not we're going to say not welcome. It's going to cause a problem for you. All right, so in this case we're going to be talking about ego. So the more you're on your spiritual path, the more you're bringing in your intuition, trying to connect with your soul, trying to really bring that out into the world, your ego will say to you, really, is this what you want? Are you really capable of doing these things? You may also find other people crossing your path this week who are reflecting your ego back to you. So they may well be projecting fears of their own, which are similar to yours, or yes, worries and doubts. So just notice that as well. How is that showing up for you? We do feel like it could well be a week of realizations, and realizing who in your world is really supporting you and who isn't. Also, what is really making your heart sing? What is it that's really, making you feel happy at the core? So, it could be little things like going out into nature more often. It could be really sitting down and journaling, or connecting with your higher self. It could be doing more exercise. It could be anything that's nourishing you. All right, it could just be having some fun. Okay, because we can get too serious. Life can get too serious. So have a feel into all of that. Also, if you are having these mad, crazy dreams, what are they trying to tell you? Because they're surely trying to tell you something. And if you're not really sure what's in your way, you'll know there's something in your way because you're not getting to where you wish to be. All right. Okay, so you might not know for definite what that thing is. So maybe someone else is going to show you it. As we said, everyone is a mirror of each other. Or something's going to be revealed to you which might shock you, but actually when you really tune into that, it's not a shock. It's something that you knew was likely to happen. So we hope that makes sense, because we have this sort of dreamy, intuitive, psychic energy. It's not, we say dreamy, but it's powerful. And then we have this fire energy, and we have this illumination. So it's almost like there's nowhere to hide this week. So it could be tough for some of you. You could be feeling emotional, but that's all right. The main thing about emotion is to acknowledge it and don't judge it, because it is helping you to see what maybe needs to change or what you need to do more of, right? So be good to yourselves this week. Be kind. Really try and tune into what your higher self and your intuition is trying to tell you. And just notice where your ego might be getting in the way. Is your ego putting you off? Or are you being too egotistical? Are you being too, it's all about me, without consideration for others? Because that's also a possibility. Okay, so just notice those things this week. The more you can be really honest with yourself, you can really show up as who you are. All right, so we hope that makes sense, because this is setting the scene for going forward for the rest of this year. All right, so take care. We hope that makes sense. Yes, so I hope that hope that made sense. Felt like I was telling people off. But it is about finding your true self. And we've all got our shadow side, that's fine. But it's acknowledging it and looking at whether it serves us as well. And what are we being shown by others is also something, because I know when I get upset about something that somebody's done or said, it's usually relating to something that I need to heal as well. So just bear that in mind too. Okay, so I wish you a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week.